then people, I feel like it's been a while since I put this camera up. Been super busy with operations, with the boiler install, planning shipments in Japan, just generally everything going on here. So not forgetting, I do YouTube because I enjoy it and I like sharing, but when it comes to it and I'm needed here, that's where I've got to be. So yeah, I'm not going to show you around too much more yet, but right now we're getting to the point because the ponds are running hot outside now. Can start making some decisions because I need to free up a lot of pond space in here for fish coming inbound. And yeah, this pond today, I'll just share with you in a minute. Got Kaze Showa in here that I've been growing separately to the grow out event ones. The best of my Shisuis and a load of stunning Gosanki. So yeah, decisions time today, which are going to go outside, get photographed and put up for sale. You can see in here, look, it's a pretty full pond. Coming on, not been pushing these too much over winter, but they still have come on really well. Water's been warm. So yeah, it'll be a toughie this one. Need to really try and get the numbers down. This is hard to video normally, look, but we're just pulling the seine net in, and it's at this point as they're starting to circle. Really nice and steady to try and avoid masses of jumping. So it's a lot of big fish as well to be in a small space, so got to be quick getting them out and sorted. Well, certainly done well. The size of some of them as they come up, absolutely crazy. Primarily Dragon Ball Sankis in here, look. Look at the skin on that. Shisuis look bonkers. Some of the colour level on some of these is just mad, look. Look at that. Oh, look. So yeah, get sorting them now, nothing fast. All the Kaze Showa are going to be going back in because they've not long been done and put in here just to increase that body mass a bit. Look at that Dainichi Koraku. Wow. We're just getting all the Sanki out at the minute to assess them first. Dragon Ball masterpiece. Sumi progression has been awesome just lately. Really has. Just while he's doing that, you'll see here next door. See his Takano fish. Absolutely full of energy, these. Love just coming down here and watching this, it's class. They just got put on a feeder yesterday. I really watch them romp on now. And yeah, the other, so this is the top Nisai pond that I've been really working on. These are all progressing towards sort of 55 cm now. We're around 19, getting on for 20 months old. Probably about 20 to be fair. The body volume level and everything in here, I'm absolutely delighted with what's been achieved. Can't really see the pigments. You can get a gist of the body. Okay, so there we go, people. A few bangers in here to come soon. Benny on these. Just the skin in general is mad. Look at that. Dragon Ball. Had no Sumi back end of summer. Sakai Sanki, female. Look at that. Pristine body. Dragon Ball piece. Yeah, nice. And they're getting on, I've got to be getting on for 50 cm now, most of them. We'll check that in a minute. This has been a curious fish. It was really close because I just love the body line. It's a male fish. Bonkers. Obviously the belly lacks massively mid-body, but I've always been wondering just how much that Sumi could balance it. I think realistically, even just a spot or two of Benny there would make a huge difference to that. Quality is immense. To say the body line, dreamy. So we're on to Shisui now. I don't think there's too many of these going backwards, but what a bowler fish that is. been so impressed with these. Can't wait to see where we take them next year through to Sansai. Quality. This is an absolute dream. So unique for the finnage. So here I've got the Kaze showers. Like I say, moved in here just to bigger ponds can often just increase that body volume a little bit more, but these are stunning. Some cracking fish to come out of them. Always nice that they get a lot of pattern very early doors. I believe comes from that Sekiguchi part of the genetics. Yeah, really lovely pieces. And over here, few saltfish in here, and you'll see now we've got just a couple of shisui making their way outside. Space is a massive problem for keeping this side through to Sansai. They are superb. So, pond, just thrown a few nets over temporarily while we move them till they've settled down for a few days, at which point they'll be fine. Yeah, see, outside pond. .1, it's just still eating up this. We just notched it up to 22, but still warming up. Working a treat. Size wise, just measure these up and check back. There you go, folks. 4850 cm. Them ones absolutely cracking. So that's the plan. Get them settled, and then this whole pond we're going to get photographed. Hopefully put online if they're not sold somewhere before that, to be fair. So progressed on from that little job right now, and one that always becomes a tricky one this time of year. The amount of saltfish that have been massed up over the sort of winter period is amazing, but also becomes quite stressful to get to that point where really pond space is becoming a mass issue. And obviously looking after these is top priority, so they need the right ponds. So right now, this particular pond in the greenhouses, now we've got one outside under the new heating system. Going to be using that, so that's getting them moved out. But looking at this, I mean, it's going to be probably too far stocked, so I might have to look at needing a second pond for that as well, to be fair. But yeah, this pond, I mean, just looking at it is dreamy. There's going to be a lot of happy koi keepers out there who's managed to secure one of these over the winter. I'll flip it around and show you now, and then what I'm going to do is I'll show you the pond outside, but then also now give you a walk around the whole system, what's changed, so you can see it, because it is working an absolute dream. I'm so happy with it. So here you can see the salt pond. There is some awesome fish in here. Absolutely super. A lot have been progressing really well since people bought them at the same time, especially with those with Sumi. Been doing great this winter. So all that lot still to move. There's 15 big old fish in this net. As you can see, all looking good as ever. Skin absolutely popping. Lovely stuff, all in really immaculate condition, been well fed over the winter. We don't just leave these things be. I want to make sure customers get these in their absolutely tip-top condition. So yeah, move them outside now, I'll show you, where they're going. We'll have a look around this system. So here we go, pond 17 outside, this is as we call it. Just added them with all the other fish in here. This beauty is currently at 22C. So with these, we've not managed to get any of the ponds covered yet, so we're actually going one step further, and we're going to pull all this woodwork off this building and actually then close it all. Hopefully by the end of the month, but that's going to be another big job, but that'll give us the, the windbreak that we need just to protect in here a little bit. So again, all these now on heat, uncovered, so they pretty much are just outdoors, which is not great for heat loss, which we do want to work on, albeit the system is working an absolute dream. So yeah, that's to say, all the sort of steel paneling, going to replace all that woodwork. But yeah, this pond is going to be look like one of them Japanese ones for sure. They're like a pond at Marseille. Amazing stuff. You can see they're loving that heat, really are. So onto the system itself, which so far seemed to deal with a lot of the issues, because we were having a problem with the boiler basically being too big for what it was doing, especially when everything kind of got to temperature and it was just going into tick over, and it was causing it to kind of coke up, because it's an oil system, and that was just problems was stemming from there. So at the same time we was going to address that, get a load more water in the system, potentially look at making it more efficient, which time's going to tell on that one. But thus far I'm looking at the oil consumption, pretty blown away. And yeah, at the same time getting all those extra 12 ponds on heat. So if I flip it round, I'll show you the work that's been done in the main boiler house, and then how we've got it plumbed up outside. So you can see here, not the most exciting of stuff, but the water vessel there is the new one, 282 litres of very, very hot water. That main pipe there, my God, when you cannot touch that, it's outrageous. And then yeah, they took a new branch, that one there, look, you can see where they've teed out, and we've started redeveloping that. We've just got some new panelling to put on here. But yeah, out this bloody trench. This is quite funny. I mean, this is not efficient in the slightest right now. We've got to backfill this with concrete yet, but what that is doing, that water is heating up. Even now, it's absolutely red hot. It's ridiculous. So that's going to further improve the efficiencies, because unfortunately that trench, like I say, we can't do anything about it. We have to do it. So next week that's going to get, let's say, backfilled in. And then yeah, the general setup. So like I say, it starts there with that pond, and then it's everything else in the building here. And how that works, these are a different type of heat exchangers to in the main fish houses. We've got the feeds coming in. We've got the motorised valve, you can see there. The thermostat. And then the heat exchanger. Now these things have blown me away with their efficiency. The speed at which these ponds heat up, compared to them that are in the greenhouse as well, is just bonkers. And you see there, that's set at 22 degrees. There's a 0.5 degree differential on it that I've set. I've got full control of. I can have it at 0.1 if I want. Right now you can see it'll drop down to 21.5, and now it's building back up to 22. It's on that part of the cycle. But yeah, it's just worked an absolute dream. So yeah, I'm delighted with that. It's let's say in there it's as good as outdoors. The speed at which it heats, how it's all working so far, what I've seen in the oil consumption not being drastically all that much, which is something the plumbers were trying to explain to me and I weren't fully absorbing. But yeah, buzzing. And what it has done is inspired me and added another huge job to the list. So the greenhouse next to me is the one due for demolition, and the space in front of me where that's going, we're scheduling that in for August. And you see that, you've got me committed now, because that just seems like a good window. We don't want to be building in winter, and that is when we can generally sort of, you know the shipments and everything's under control. But yeah, in the meantime of that, as soon as that building's started, or sheeted actually, what we're going to do, because I can't leave it now, because these 11 pond, you'll see as they go around me, just up here and down there, I've got the same problem. They're useless to me as working ponds for 6 months of the year because they're not at temperature. So I believe the boilers now, when they say it's got the capacity, the burner inside is still turned down to its minimum apparently, which, yeah, bonkers. So it's going to be really simple to take a feed out of there and run it down this side, put these 11 on. So yeah, I think towards the end of the month, when that building's sheeted, we're going to get straight on with actually building the building around these ponds that was always planned to do, never got round to, and look to get the heating engineers back and get that lot installed and running as well, which is super exciting. Exciting for me anyway, having that level of flexibility across all the ponds, and then hopefully getting these 2 greenhouses done will just let me take things to another level again, and I think, you know, that does excite me. So happy days.